medawase na mabo mabaso.
Okay.
Nsem-Pii TV mosomo ye mafamu de boa media space no ene nsemu a ebinum ante eche na mo de call YouTube.
Nsem-Pii TV nie.
All right, abusuafo mamenchao ama wakwaba America safoni so Nsem-Pii TV, be the first to know. Now ewiemu ho ene beto edwase Okatakyie afifa etimi awini a case against Eko Bedu Taylor Kelvin. Dodo na nim se friend Kevin Taylor a wote United States of America na wodi ni dwuma ho. Na 2023 ena Okatakyie afifa ene Kevin Taylor nya banta bia ne papa etam no kopie mu e high court na abusuafo ene dey ene ruling ne ba abonten really no akọ in favor of Okatakyie afifa mensa. Na sa ruling ne ba no Kevin Taylor started air threatening judges and say he controls Ghana. Baby oti no ne control Ghana ntino. Justice Bafuboni one warning and answer one yen one sake magistrate judge otna asem no so high court judge otna asem no so ira maame Frida Denchi ira maame Frida Denchi say he should set up we a traitor Kevin Taylor edema maame no na enanwumre lawyer Paul Adom Ochire ababonten so a ochire mu say who born dog obi an certificate edru SS2 wentimi an complete SS kra no how dare him say obetimi an issue a threat ediama Justice Bafuboni wa bra wonim say walusu a case na abusafo yes emre no epese bowram good evening Ghana so bra Paul Adom Ochire ede ensem etu edwa na ne hupo adwiri no se Kevin Taylor mpotimi yes ade no abusafo yenko nimputi
fugitive from justice sitting in America, putting on posts threatens the judge that Justice Elfrida Ami Denchi of General Jurisdiction 5, please sit up. How dare you cannot even read one sentence of law? You don't know anything. Your last education was SS2. Then you come and threaten a judge. It's the same thing he did, and he threatened Justice. He showed contempt to Justice Cheba for, and the contempt is waiting for him, and that's why he comes to Ghana, he has to run away. Now he's threatening a judge, a female judge for that matter. Look at you. You achieved nothing. You are empty-head. You will not admire a female judge so that the young woman in Ghana will see you are threatening a female judge. Let me see the photograph of the judge, and let's hear what we are hearing tonight. We are hearing Justice Bafuboni, who is the acting Chief Justice. My Lord, we are hearing that this guy has threatened you and called you to threaten you that you should discipline Justice Elfrida Denchi of the General Jurisdiction 5, a female judge who has today dismissed a defamation application brought by somebody who this guy is interested in, and the judge dismissed the application completely in favor of Okatakyie Frifa. This was a defamation in Accra High Court, and this guy who says that he controls the whole of Ghana, because NDC are in power, he controls the whole of Ghana, sits in America, and is bragging to people that he has called Justice Bafuboni, the acting Chief Justice. I cannot believe it. I don't believe it. But he says that he has phoned Justice Bafuboni and threatened Justice Bafuboni, and Justice Bafuboni has responded to the fact that Justice Elfrida Denchi of the General Jurisdiction will be disciplined. My goodness. My goodness. I don't understand that. I don't believe it. I know Justice Bafuboni somewhat. I don't think he's malleable to some of these things. I don't think so. But this is the story making the rounds in media houses tonight. That, hey, Charlie, the guy says he's called Justice Bafuboni. He's threatened people in Jubilee House. He's threatened everybody. And so Justice Bafuboni is going to take disciplinary action against Justice Elfrida Denchi. Elfrida Denchi, nobody will take disciplinary action against you for coming to a judicial decision. What does that mean? What is Ghana becoming off to? What's happening? Why should somebody whose his last level of education was SS2? There's no problem with that. You can finish at SS1 and become somebody great. There's no problem with that. But it just means that you don't have expertise in a certain area. You can have expertise in another area. Your last education was SS2. And then you come and threaten a female judge that he has dismissed an application brought by your relative against Okatakyie Frifa. So you are threatening her that she will be sacked, and you put a Facebook and tell her to sit up. You are not even embarrassed. You criminal blackmailing people. You are threatening a judge. You, the same person who has a contempt sitting against you, Justice Bafuboni knows that. This guy has a contempt application in Che-Bafor's court to answer. Che-Bafor is a court of appeal judge. On that occasion, he sat as an additional high court judge. And Justice Bafuboni knows that Che-Bafor has a contempt application against this fugitive from justice. It is for that reason that some of the NDC ministers told him when he first came, I understand he's come a second time, told him when he first came that, look, this guy has to leave because there's a contempt application in Justice Che-Bafor's court. I understand that Duji Tamaklo and Nana Tudazi have been trying hard to find a way around it. But tonight he says that he's threatened Justice Bafuboni and told Justice Bafuboni what to do. That's what he said. He has told Justice Bafuboni what to do. And so Justice Elfreda Denchi of the High Court, General Jurisdiction 5, will be disciplined and will be punished. We should not sit down for that to happen. We will not sit down for that to happen. That's not going to happen. Let's switch over. You see, the reason why I believe that's not going to happen is because of this photograph. That is why I believe that Justice Bafuboni will not respond to any such. And that's why I have a glimmer of hope that this empty head does not control any government appointee. You can do politics, you can be friends with politicians, but in terms of control, you need a bit of experience, expertise, and intellect. That a person who has finished SSS2 as his last point of education, who is an avowed blackmailer, goes around blackmailing people, says untruths. You heard Okatakyie when he came here. He fashions something that's untrue. He doesn't do any journalism of thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. No, nothing like that. Just, oh, this man is married to this one, he has done this one, that kind of journalism. Well, that's fine. People want to watch. It's okay. But these are not people who should be allowed to control the movement of government machinery. They shouldn't be allowed because they don't have any expertise in that regard. Black governments don't work with blackmail. Government work with policy. So I'm happy about this photograph because this guy sitting in America said that Mimi Darko should be sacked. And I am happy that Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, the foreign minister, Minta Akando, the health minister, did not listen to such balderdash. They don't listen to such balderdash, such empty talk and empty head talk. You sit in America, you compare yourself to Mimi Darko, your head is empty, block empty head, totally empty. And then you talk about Mimi Darko, who has spent all her life. Mimi Darko has spent all her life as a pharmacist working at the FDA. She comes from a good stock. Anybody who knows it can check. Mimi Darko comes from very good stock. And Mimi Darko goes to school at KNUST, finishes her pharmacy degree, and dedicates her life to a public service in that regard. And she has worked throughout the place, risen through the ranks, and became managing director appointed by Akufo-Addo. He sat there and said, oh, she's appointed by Akufo-Addo, sack her. And I'm giving Julius Debra 5 minutes. If he doesn't sack Mimi Darko, I am happy that sensible ministers and people who come to government and understand that, look, government is not about empty talk. Government is not balderdash. Government is not blackmailing people with Ansan Sadeli. Go and tell him. Go and do this with him. Send him a picture. Tell him that I'll put it on my TV if he doesn't pay you. And then they blackmail people. That's not how governments work. Oh. Governments don't work like that. So I'm happy that the Honorable Ministry of Health Ghana posted, the Honorable Kwabena Minta Akando, Minister for Health and Member of Parliament, has led a delegation to secure the appointment of Dr. Delise Mimi Darko, Chief Executive Officer of the Food and Drugs Authority, as the Director General of the African Medicines Agency during the ongoing second ordinary session of the Conference of State Parties in Kigali, Rwanda. Foreign Minister gave his support. They lobbied for her. This is how governments work, not with empty heads sitting in some basement talking and blackmailing people. This is how governments work. He sat there and was giving people 5 minutes, 2 days, sack Mimi Darko. Look at where Mimi Darko is. She has been elected as the Director General of the African Medicines Agency. This man sitting there with SS2 degree certificate, empty block-headed. You tell the government of Ghana that a woman with such, and a woman, it's not even a man, a woman with such distinguished quality should be sacked because you sit in the basement of your Obroni wife and you are telling us that we should sack Mimi Darko. You, with your blockhead, empty, nothing, you can't read and write anything, just insulting people. That's all he knows how to do, insulting and creating phantom stories that don't exist. That kind of thing. Blockhead. No. Does anyone want his son to be like that? He should ask himself. That when people watch you, do they want their 15-year-old son to stop school at SS2 and leave? Is that what people want? They look at this guy and you want your son to be like that? He finished SS2, goes to hang around, goes to marry a certificate, gets to a basement and starts insulting people, and because of political temperature, he gets some semblance of people are listening because there's political temperature. That shouldn't be the case. That's not how Ghana is built. I'm delighted about this photograph. It means so much. It means so much to the governance system of Ghana. It means so much to the forward march of Ghana's government, because Mimi Darko was truly appointed by Akufo-Addo. Yes, she was. But here is such a distinguished lady that every country will want her to be part of that country. Every country will want it. So President Mahama arrives, and Mimi Darko has, her parents are MPP, her in-laws are MPP. They are very, very MPP. Her father was an MPP member of parliament in Buzia's time. KG Osei-Bonsu was a member of parliament in 1969 for the Progress Party. KG Osei-Bonsu, that's Mimi Darko's father. KG Osei-Bonsu was also a member of parliament in 1979, one of Kufuor's best friends. He is a die-in-the-wool UP man. That's her father. She's married to the Darkos, who are also by and large UP, but they are not political, they are business people. And so she's truly MPP. But she has been at Food and Drugs Board all her life, distinguished herself in every capacity, from manager, administrative manager to director, and eventually Akufo-Addo appointed her. And then this guy sits in America, oh, John Mahama has come to power, sack her, sack her. You look at his empty head. Look at his empty head talking. Empty head. Look at his empty head talking. Now Mimi Darko is here. And Ablakwa is a foreign minister, the Heminta Akando, and President Mahama certainly knows about this. President Mahama knows that, look, Mimi is in pole position to become the Director General of African Medicine. Let's push her. Let's help her get it. Let's help her get it. Haven't we been in this country when President Kufuor helped Ambassador Spielgabra to secure a job at the Commonwealth Centre in London? President Kufuor again helped Mrs. Betty Modidrisu to secure a job at the head of Legal Secretariat in London.